Samahquamicw. Welcome to our October 2023 Blended Immersion Program Update, newsletter number 4. Just sharing a little bit about what happened in the month of October with the language team, working with FPCC funding and support from the Kukwstumúlhkacw All Nation Services Society. For the month of October, the Samahquamicw Language team learned phrases that talked about drums and making drums. And we learned all of these phrases and terms from Misísl Herman Dan, who was greatly looking forward to showing us how to make a drum when we demonstrated how well we could speak the Kukwstumúlhkacw phrases at our November 4th, 2023 gathering in Abbotsford to wrap up the month's learning. But unfortunately, he was admitted to the hospital and was not able to attend. And I will say that his absence was deeply felt by all there. I included a picture from when I went to visit him. So he was in good spirits, and as always, good wishes for all of us. So Kukwstumúlhkacw, Misísl, we all thank you from the bottom of our hearts and hope you're home soon. Just wanted to make a note before moving on to the phrases that we learned this month. I'm going to practice them in this newsletter edition. But I wanted to say that, the Samahquamicw Language team is learning to hear, feel, understand, and speak the language. This blended immersion program, we're not learning the language using Kukwstumúlhkacw alphabets or a linguist approach to learning. So we're not learning the linguistic side or the writing down or the spelling side of the language because that's not what we're learning from the speakers. We do utilize everything that we have available to us to assist in our understanding and remembering the phrases that are being taught to us by the speakers. So things like Kukwstumúlhkacw curriculum, the dictionaries, the First Voices app, and it's available online wherever we can because it is a tool, sometimes we use phonetics. What does it sound like to write it down to help us to remember, because we're doing everything we can to remember the phrases, including rewatching the videos of the speakers that are posted on our Samahquamicw YouTube channel. So just wanted to point out, before we go into the phrases and my practice of them, that we're not learning how to spell the language from these elder speakers. Kukwstumúlhkacw is an oral, not written language, so we are listening with our ears and with our hearts, and we keep hearing from elders and speakers that it's something you feel, so we're learning through hearing, feeling, understanding, and speaking the language. So I just wanted to raise that before I move into this newsletter, which is going to be sharing the actual phrases from the month. So every week, as I've said in previous newsletters, we have a new set of phrases posted every Monday on the Samahquamicw YouTube channel. And those are the phrases that we learn and practice. And then we get together in our Zoom meeting on Sunday from 3 to 6, and we all share speaking the terms that were shared with us on the Monday. So this month's theme was drums and drum making, as I mentioned. So pulaka. And the first week phrases, I'm just going to, and again, I'm practicing. I'm not a language speaker. I'm learning with the interns. And so just want to make sure you're aware of that I'm not a speaker. I'm not a teacher. I am learning the language as well in this program, and very blessed and grateful for the chance to learn. So I'm just going to read through the list there, but I'm just going to say them in the Kukwstumúlhkacw language. So pulaka cha, pulaka incha, washka wash pulaka ha, kila ama shin pulakam, wa ama shin pulakam, washkan shin pulakam, ti latama. Inga ti pulaka shwa, inga tunin pulaka, jashkauch ti pulaka shwa, azoich ti pulaka shwa. All right, moving on to the next page. So the week 2 phrases, and in these pictures you can see the interns and contest winners who posted themselves, video recorded themselves speaking one of the language phrases that was shared and taught by Misísl. And so they were entered into the draw to win an opportunity to come and make the drum with Misísl. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to attend, so our hands go up to Jacqueline, who did an excellent job of teaching us after many years of not doing it, how to make drums, and they all turned out beautiful. So you can see images there of interns, as well as, again, like I said, the contest winners who joined us that day. And we are also grateful to have Alana Wood, and she's doing a mentorship with Norma Pierre, and that's the picture in the middle there on the bottom of the screen. So week 2 phrases. Kukwstumúlhkacw. Stamp ku hakminim. Hakminim kuko. Onal minim tikila pulaka shwa. Walkal hakmini ti shashtan katla. Moving on to the week 3 phrases. Pushun. Haklkan. Chicht in ti. Rashen ti. Nik ein. Huitlam ku pulakaten. Klachwayan. So before I do the week 4 phrase practice, I will tell you what's happening in November. We are currently going through a transition month for our team of language learners. We are pausing to take the time to review and internalize the phrases we've learned since the middle of June 2023. So we've learned 190 phrases so far from Misísl and JUCAP, as well as the first couple of weeks, the interns researched, and myself, we researched and found some phrases that we thought would be helpful in our everyday lives, and learned those until we were able to bring in the speakers for video recording. So it totals 190. And then there are others that everyone is learning on their own. So these are the ones that we are testing each other on every week in Zoom. We've not taken a break since we started in the middle of June. So it can be, as you can imagine, it can be a little bit stressful, when we're trying to keep, this is a big job, it's something that's very important and critical to all of us. So we don't really want to take a break though. Doing this transition the way we're doing it is going to allow us to enjoy Katleitla without stopping completely and risking losing our practice. So it's also a good time to pause and review as we are welcoming a new language intern to the team with their first day starting was on November 4th at the drum making workshop. So we'd like to welcome Trina and we're looking forward to practicing and learning the language with you. All right, so the week 4 phrases. Pala pulaka. Pala pulaka. That's the first one. Antwash pulaka. Katlash pulaka. Hochin pulaka. Chilksht pulaka. Kwakamuksht pulaka. Chutlaka pulaka. Pal upst pulaka. Kampalamin pulaka. Kamp pulaka. Kampwi pala pulaka. Walkahwa pulakam, stumushk auch. Walkahwa pulakam natch. And that's it for this month. Just a quick overview of some of the phrases that we've learned, some images of our coming together and sharing a meal. Thank you, Lori, for the delicious chili and rice and the wonderful apple crisp. Love it. I don't get that very often. And Amakushwaju Takamin Shnuknukwa. Until next month.